Nelson Mandela's legacy is the reason we're here right now. Not just Nelson Mandela, but the other struggle leaders, everyone who fought to make this country what it is. I think the legacy of Nelson Mandela is the Rainbow Nation. The legacy of Nelson Mandela is the idea of forgiveness, but at the same time, accountability, the idea of progress, and I think most importantly, hope. That's the greatest legacy that Nelson Mandela has, and hope is something that you never know when you need, but when you need it, you truly understand how valuable it is.
That's and last one.
It means one of peace, one of power, one of forgiveness. A man who can be in prison for 27 years and come out and forgive the very people who put him there, and when he rose to power, didn't take it out on them. That's somebody of good character and tremendous strength.
It's really cool to be here and see just how inspiring he really was. I mean, you talk about like somebody who impacted some real change and stood up for some really just really hard to talk about things, and I love anybody that can come in and be kind of like, an underdog. People who thought like, this can't work, why this, give you a million reasons as to why this won't work, and then they prevailed, and he was brilliant.
The idea of how many women and girls here on this continent have astounding potential and ability, possibly to change the world in ways that we so desperately need, but there are barriers that stand in their way simply because of their gender, is something that really fuels my enthusiasm about trying to make an impact, trying to amplify voices, amplify need for change, put pressure on leadership that can really make differences, as was said on the stage. This is the work we must do at this time. I think we need to be further along with how equal the genders should be at this point.
What we're celebrating a great man, we're celebrating a great legacy, we're celebrating a great country, and I think it's just going to, invigorate our country. It's going to invigorate our morale. I'm excited because of the impact that it's going to have on people's lives, on our country, on many things. I think it's going to have a wonderful ripple effect. It's an encouraging movement where we're making philanthropy fun.
And last one. Perfect.
I think Nelson Mandela is someone that stood for something. So I don't see him very much as an individual. I see him as being the face of what essentially was a movement. And what that movement represents for me is a time when the country came together and was able to say, well, this is the problem and let's fight it.
Well, for me, obviously, when you talk about Nelson Mandela, you talk about a man with a great vision. You talk about a man with integrity. You talk about discipline. But ultimately, we know him because of the great leader that he was. And so we want young Africans to see themselves in the mirror as somebody who can achieve what Nelson Mandela did, if not even more.